the Service Hero Show. 365 days of awesome. Celebrate success through service. My name is Tamara Hunter. I'm your host, and today we are actually honoring a woman that was nominated by one of our dear friends, Warren Harris. You all know him well. He was one of the co-founders and producers of The Next Impactor, of which, I won. So it was kind of cool. And so he calls me up and he says, Tamara, you need to have this woman on as soon as possible because of what she's doing right now, here and now, starting tomorrow, actually, because of the pandemic, and to bring relief, to bring joy, to bring optimism, to bring a smile to many faces. This woman is incredible. We're going to talk to her about her story, how she came up with this idea today. So welcome, Mandi Kikta.
Hello, thank you for having me.
It's my honor. Actually, truly my honor. And, yesterday I realized that my app that I use here in the system was having a problem bringing up comments. So I am going to have to do a double duty, production here, and so that we can see when people come in and they are talking to us. So, because we already have them, I knew we did. So guys, it's the same drill as yesterday. I got to use the phone, but we'll have fun. So we've got Helene Wilson. She is one of our ambassadors of the chat, and she's welcoming you and all that are coming to the show. We have Erin Houchin. She is actually, well, let's just say sometimes she is the one that bosses me around. I mean, she's my right hand, and she is the one that kind of runs things for us. We have Peggy with us. Peggy, welcome. And, they're going to start chatting and doing the things that they do, and we'll keep checking in with them. Mandi, as I was learning about you, I have to say, I was tearing up just reading your story. Guys, we're going to be on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride today. Seriously, you're going to be all over the place, and it is going to be a show worth hanging out, truly. Many reasons why, I'll tell you that. Okay, so you were young. You weren't even 18 years old, and life started happening, right?
It did. I lost my dad. My dad died of brain cancer when I was 16, and then just not even a year later, my high school sweetheart, the love of my life, he passed away. So that was traumatic.
Right, and our buddies, our community, the Chemo Buddies for Life, and again, anybody that wonders about it, and no, it doesn't matter about the treatment, guys. It's where the two original buddies met. I'm one of them, so I was there. But we support people that are affected by cancer, both the patient and the support person. You would be a buddy. We would, if you came to us, we would say you are a buddy. Come and be in our community, share the love, because when you lose someone to cancer, it doesn't matter when it was, right? No, it doesn't matter. You were a teenager, you then, the love of your life, you lose him unexpectedly, and then you ended up with another love of your life, didn't you?
Yes. Not a good love of my life. Mm-hmm. An 18-year methamphetamine lover that put me through the ditches, tried to kill me. Yeah.
Right. And I want to just recognize we have more of our buddies showing up. Sherry McQueen. She is one of, guys, wink, wink, we have another ambassador that's joining our crew, and we're going to be announcing her in the closed group Sherry has taken on a role. She's going to have a special role within the chat. Thank you for being here. And I wish I could be bringing up the comments right now, but they're saying that that they're here. Wow, Mandi, and they're giving unbelievable amounts of hearts right now. The love, because this story, I want to go back now. You have this transition time. You have the time where you're in high school. You have these losses that are huge. And when did the addiction start?
I was 18. I ran away. I ran away when I was at the tail end of 17. But I was so close to 18. It's not like the cops could come and drag me home. And that I just thought I was grown. I knew how to do it. I could do it much bigger and better. And it just, I was 18 when I did my first line. There was times that I did a little bit more than others. I stopped when I got pregnant because I come close to dying. I OD'd once before I got pregnant, but it took my pregnancy to stop me. Uh-huh. I stayed clean and sober the whole time during my pregnancy. I'm very proud of that. But years on down the road, I actually ended up having 2 abortions because the meth was more important than the pregnancies. So,
I remember seeing, I think, your first show with Lauren on Bathrobe Moments a while ago. And I remember being very touched by your story then. And you had an awakening, literally, that happened. Why don't we go into that? What happened on 18 years later after that first line?
Right. On my 36th birthday. 36th birthday. Yeah. Way to have a birthday. I was sitting in my room eating a bowl of cereal and get a knock on the door. And I'm like, well, who's there? And SWAT just bust in the house, yelling and screaming, nobody move. And that was my birthday present. And I went to jail. I was facing 10 years. I ended up not doing the 10 years. I did a long time in probation, but that was the day that I call it my rebirth day, because I celebrate it now as double, because that was the last day that I did any drugs. It was with the help of the sheriff's department. Yes.
And I remember hearing this story, and one of the things that I keyed in, it's funny how we remember certain things. I remembered that you were talking about the fact that when you came back, the cereal bowl was still on the dresser, right? I mean, guys, of course I would key into that thing,
That is true.
But that, is like, oh.
It was. Yeah, it was still sitting up there, milk all dried, spoon in it.
I want to welcome Steven Smith out of Sarasota, Florida. He's joined us, and anyone else that has joined us for the chat that I may not see, because if you are on one of the pages that I shared out to, I will not get to see your remarks the way that this is working today. So I want to welcome all of you, let you know that, we'll go back and read your comments. We would love for you to be sharing the love with Mandi right now, because this is this woman is incredible. And the more I've gotten to know her, the more and more you guys are just going to find her so endearing. I mean, buddies, you're going to want to say, okay, you're one of us. You're one of us. Come on in and be with us. Okay, so you came back. It's a mess. what was it that made you change your life? How, I mean, yeah, courtesy of SWAT, but you know, and not the TV show, wink, wink. What did it?
It was the loss of my freedom. It was lost. Everybody, I call it my no more moment. And everybody that has addiction, that has quit, has moved on past that, has their own unique no more moment, and it's unique to them. And my unique was being stuck in these four walls with three other women, and it was the most terrifying thing that I ever went through. Absolutely terrifying. I cried nonstop for the first week, so bad that my roomies hated me. They tried to get me put in the suicide watch because I just cried.
Warden, we have a crier. Right?
Right?
Oh.
But it was, I knew that I needed to quit for a while. And I knew that me having the abortions really weighed on me. But I didn't have the ability, I didn't have the self-discipline, I didn't have the ability to just quit. So it was the opportunity of being in jail for as many months as I was, that I kind of got a jump start. I didn't have the access, so I was able to clean out. So when I came out, I just continued that.
How long were you in total?
3.5 months.
3.5 months. And when the SWAT team came, were you the only one in the house?
No, I was not. My daughter was there. She was in her room. They ran in and handcuffed her. It was devastating. She was 15, and there was a female officer that I always give kudos to, because when she made it into the house, she looked at my daughter and she says, "How old are you?" My daughter says 15, and she's like, "Y'all get the cuffs off her. Get her, get them off." There was 2 other people in my house. There was my ex-boyfriend and a friend of mine that had showed up for my birthday. Yeah.
And you were getting ready for a birthday. You were having your cereal. You have the SWAT team comes. You said ex-boyfriend. Was he the ex-boyfriend at that moment in time?
He was the ex-boyfriend. Yes. That he showed up because it was my birthday the next day.
And did they get taken away also?
Yes, they did.
And so all of a sudden, you 3.5 months later, you're looking at your life. How long did it take you to get your daughter back?
My mom had they allowed my mom to have her. And, I had DCF come into, visited me in jail, make sure this was the right thing to do, interview my mom. So she lived with her. And it was my mom and my daughter that come and picked me up when I got released. So it was, going back home to my own home was never an option. The house was in foreclosure. I couldn't go into the house. So, and I don't think I would have anyways, because if I'd have went back home, I'm not so sure that I'd still be clean. People, places, things, you have to change those.
Yeah.
So mom, she welcomed me back with open arms.
I love it. I love it. And I just want to say, okay, so we've got people that are sharing, and Helene is saying, Mandi, you are welcome to the Chemo Buddies for Life community. And then we have Carol Brand that has shown up, and Erin is saying she had a no more moment and cleaned up. Wow, what a superhero. And Carol is saying, beautiful, beautiful. And Christopher Kaysen is with us. He's one of our followers, and he's one of the buddies. And in fact, tonight he's doing game night in our closed group. And sharing news to my Chemo Buddies and to Mandi. I am a recovered addict myself. I totally understand the no more moment. And this is the first time she shared this with us. Thank you, Sherry. I love you. Love you. Thank you so much for sharing this, because many people that end up, quite honestly, with something like disease have been through stressful situations, and there's a whole gamut of it. So thank you for being so real and honest, Sherry. I'm just touched. And so they're talking amongst themselves. We have Ariel that has just joined. Ariel, welcome. Now, okay, so I want to kind of go into what you're doing now, and then we're going to go into the middle and really like emphasize who it is that you are. But I think everybody needs to understand kind of the why Lauren said today on May the 3rd, 2020, I needed to highlight you. I'm going to bring up something here because we can do little pictures here, guys. I'm going to give a clue. Wink, wink. Okay, so you have a daily inspirational show. I mean, you are my kind of person. You got a sense of humor. You are all about activity. We're going to go through all of that, guys. Amazing stuff. And because of what you've been through, you've been training, you've been putting yourself together for getting your message out there, and you have a following now that looks forward to your daily inspirational moments. And let's talk about that.
Yeah, every morning on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I come on at 7 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time. On Wednesday, it's 8 o'clock because I go to work a little bit later that day. So I just jump on in between because I live on a farm. I live on an alpaca farm. We have dogs, cats, alpacas, horses, macaw. So in between all the chores, I will jump on for just a few minutes and to what's popping in my head for inspiration and motivation every morning.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And this was from this morning, right?
Yes. I sat down with my horse this morning because I have a top hat that I wear a lot. I just found this top hat a couple weeks ago, and I just love this thing. It pops open.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to maybe go grab that. Yes, Jerry McGuire, Sherry, you're right. Love that, Jerry McGuire and Helena saying, Mandy, you would enjoy. We have a lot of laughter. She's saying so. So they're all engaging. All right, so you've been doing this. Starting tomorrow, you are going to be sharing the wealth, literally. Right?
Yes, I am. Tomorrow morning for the next 5 days, up until Friday, I'm going to give out $100 every morning. And on Saturday, I'm going to give out 500. I felt like I've been hungry. I haven't been able to pay my electric before. I've been there. And right now in my time of life, I'm not hungry. I've been able to work. I've been going to work every day, but I've struggled. It's not like I'm a millionaire. I'm not even a hundredaire.
Hundredaire.
I'm a hundred. But this was money that was given out from the government to help, and I'm not hungry. And I know there's people out there that are, and I would like to give it to them.
They're loving you. They're loving you. They're sharing the love, and that's incredible. Erin's saying, and Sony, welcome. And Sony is saying, so proud of my little brother. And then Sherry is sharing the laughter and walking around, and I think that was probably with the hat. But they're sharing the love. They're really appreciative. So So you on your Mandyisms, let's go into how this is going to work, and then we're going to go into some more, guys, because I mean, get to know this woman. She is fascinating. The more and more I've been discovering, the more and more I'm like, wow. In fact, just wait until I show you some of her jokes and stuff that she's got. Oh my gosh, you're fun. You are fun. Okay, so you're going to be doing these inspiring moments. It's a page, guys. In fact, we're going to put the link into the comments. But this is the page on Facebook where she's going to be going live, and tell them how that's going to work.
There's one live that I've done. There's pretty much just three things that you have to do. At one, you have to like the page. Like the page. Okay. Like Mandyisms, follow it. Second, share the video. And when you share the video, tag 5 people, tag 5 of your friends when you share it onto your own page. And then third, nominate somebody that you know is struggling. And you can nominate yourself, but you can also nominate someone else. There's a lot of people. There's some people out there that don't really want to let people know that they're struggling.
Yeah, true. I think that there's all of the above, because there are some that are struggling for a variety of reasons. They were already struggling before this happened, and this has just made it even that much more of a very difficult thing. And if you're dealing with some kind of a health issue, and then on top of it, then the lack of finances that might be coming in, and all the other things that possibly are happening in your lives, this is such an incredible, generous thought. When Lauren told me that you were doing this, first of all, I was thinking, how is she going to be doing this? I was thinking the mechanics of it. And I thought, how amazing, because it shows your heart. And that's where I want to go now. I really want to go into your heart, because I mean, when you were sharing some of your pictures and stuff like this, and I'm like, oh, I love the sparkle. I love the smile. I love the energy. And then, I'm like, okay, tell me about all of this. And now I'm understanding a little bit more that you live, on a farm, that, okay, you've got the fishing, and do you have a lake on the farm? Is that why you do so much with lakes?
No, that picture that it's up there now, I have family up in Trenton, Georgia. And it is so cute because they live in Georgia, and we ride over. They're just on the state line, so we drive over to Alabama to fish in the Tennessee River. And that's where that catfish came from.
The catfish. And then is that where you also did what is that thing? That is fun.
That is one of those jetpacks. I did that for my birthday a couple years ago. That was actually in Naples. It was a little lake in Naples, and I got it in my head that I wanted to try this adventure. That one, I drank a lot of lake water. I didn't do too good.
Oh, at least, I mean, you got out of there with the pack and everything, right?
I did.
Bottom of the lake. Oh, wow. They're all saying, oh my gosh, there are just so many comments here, guys. We've got more coming in. Welcome to all of you that are arriving. And they're talking about how they just really appreciate the fact that you're sharing your story, that you are truly a hero, that you are priceless, is what they're saying here. And they're #blessed. I mean, and thank you for helping others. I appreciate you. The struggle is real. You are so incredible. That is incredible. They are sharing the love and the hearts and everything right now, because this, and I know some of these people, and I know some of their stories right now, and And the struggle is real, and the experience right now is one that and I love the fact that you are sharing. And let's continue the amazing adventures. Okay, is this the same kind of fish? I'm
No,
not a fish girl.
no, that's a crappie.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I thought it was so funny. You'll laugh at this one. Someone was sharing one of the videos about the girls that were, that did their hair and had their fake eyelashes and their fake nails and everything, and how now that there's the shut-in situations, they can't go do all this, and then they're saying, okay, 2020. Farm girls, this is your year. And I'm thinking you are so not one of those kind of farm girls, because I mean, look at you. Are you a concert a pianist? I mean, I see you by all these pictures of pianos, and I'm like intrigued.
No, I was absolutely blessed with a trip on a cruise right before this pandemic happened. Um,
Ah,
and the people that I went with, we stayed in the I don't know if it's called the presidential suite, but it was like a three bedroom suite on the ship that has a piano in the room.
oh,
And that's
oh, oh, this is
that's
the room. This is not like a common area.
that's the room. That's the living room. That's You open up those curtains behind me and it overlooks the pool on the ship. Oh, it was the most amazing thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, I've never there was a butler. There was a butler and a concierge. I can't even spell concierge.
Well,
And
go ahead, keep going.
no, that was just a moment, and it goes to show with the people that you can put in your life, because the people that I went with are people that started out just being work people that I did little jobs there, and we've grown so much that we've become family. Right. I know we traveled to the Caribbean together because now we're family.
Right.
Yeah.
This is why today I called you guys to this show. Now you guys are seeing it, right? I mean, how inspirational is this? I mean, let's recap. You, before you were 18, you had life happening, and two very, very important people, you lost them. You did 18 years of hard drugs, and you had your daughter there. That had to have been a difficult maneuvering, right?
It was there was I always try to say that I always put my daughter first. I always made sure that there was food in the house and things like that. And I, I think I stick my head in the mud about it, because even though that I love her, and I would think in the back of my mind, I'm putting her first. I really wasn't. And this is stuff that I'm working on daily on terms to realize that, there was abuse. I might have not ever hit her, but there was not good things.
Right, right. Well, and again, it's just like with Sherry's sharing, and so many of us. I mean, I I can't even think of any adult that I know that has gotten to the point where they are and they've done it perfectly. I think in my own beliefs, I maybe know of one. It's just like, other than that, we all have our stories. We all have our moments in time, and the people that in one way or another we feel that we may have hurt, we may have let down, might be ourselves. It could be any and all of the above in those stories. And you being so real right now with sharing yours, and how you are now giving back it again. How inspirational is that? I have to say, your sense of humor I absolutely love. I mean, guys, don't you just love that dude? I mean, when I was thinking the whole farm girl little video that gone viral, that is like, okay, we don't have our hair done, we don't have our nails done, but the girls that could churn the butter, the girls that could go and get the chicken and cook it and do all this neat stuff. This is their year. And I'm looking at that. I'm thinking, oh, that's priceless. That's priceless.
I joined Toastmasters. I'm a VP of public relations for my Toastmasters club. And yep, there they are. And we have joined this whole Zoom thing, and we had crazy hair day on our first Zoom. Because what can you do? What really can you do when you're looking at each other in this video screen? Screams. It was crazy hair.
I absolutely love it. Oh, guys, that's a great idea. In fact, put a note to self for our beautiful campaign that's starting up. Lori, I want to welcome you. We're having some fun. Mary, thank you for being here with us. I've been seeing people come. Barbara, Jack, I'm so happy you're here. Say hi to Francis and Mikey. Robert, thank you for being here with us. Sony, so many, and this is on the page that I can see. Again, so many are with us that I cannot see, and I can't bring you up right now because for some reason the app is not 100% working, and we are just going forward with it because we do that. We find a way to win around here, and we don't stop in any which way. So you how long have you been in Toastmasters?
A little over a year.
Oh, and you're a vice president already?
Of public relations, yeah. Well, the reason that I joined was to learn my voice a little bit better. That first time on Bathrobe Moments that you saw, that was the first time that I ever spoke out loud about things, and yeah. I discovered that I really need a little help. I am kind of spastic, so I need to learn how to chill out, calm down, not so much. And I felt like, well, actually it was Scott and Nancy Kilsing.
Oh yes,
that suggested that I mean, I'm not saying I stalk them, but I might stalk them a little.
That's okay. We call it love. Kind of. Watch out with that, guys, though. Wink, wink. There's a balance there. But yeah, okay. But we love them, of course. One of the top 5. There was 6 actually in the top 5 because it was a duo for the next Impactor. And yes, so we absolutely love them and their message. And so they suggested Toastmasters. You got involved, and thus Crazy Hair Day.
Yes.
So, and okay, there's a little bit more fun here. It's like, okay, and more stories?
I was in a murder mystery. We have here in Frostproof, I live in a tiny little town called Frostproof, but we have murder mysteries that they put on a couple times a year. And so it was a whodunit. That was my costume.
Oh, that's fun. I want to do one of those. Ooh, could we do one of those virtually? That would be fun.
That would be
fun. Okay, we have to talk about that too, guys. Okay, I can see why they put you in that role, because you come up with great ideas and fun attitude. And so, all right, I had to pull this one. Okay. Wife. Did I get fat during quarantine? Husband, you were never really skinny. Time of death, April the 25th, 2020, 11:23 p.m. Cause, death. Wink, wink, coronavirus. Oh, you have a sense of humor. I love it. It's like, okay. And that goes back in for those that weren't here, and why we are talking about on May the 3rd, 2020, we are visiting right now with Mandi, who is Mandi Kikta, our service hero, and is literally in the process and getting ready to share the wealth. I mean, what an amazing, kind, generous woman. You see the sense of humor. However, this is the heart, both sides. And you, again, let's go over. We've had quite a few people that have shown up. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being with us. Skip Thomas, always so grateful when you show up. Thank you for being here. Lisa, Aunt Lisa. She's not really my aunt, but she's an adopted aunt. She's allowed me to call her that. Wink, wink. Love you. And so we've got a lot more that have shown up, and we want to be able to tell them what it is, again, that you are doing with the stimulus check that you received, because you want to give back. You've been there, you've done that. The story again of the SWAT team coming and 3.5 months. Yes, I remember this from when she told the very first time she was on Bathroom Moments. 3.5 months later, she shows up, and when SWAT came, she was eating a bowl of cereal. And when she went back to the house 3.5 months later, that bowl of cereal was still where she put it. Yeah, that's a grounding moment in a speech. It's like, okay, I will never forget that about you. And so much so, I remember the room you were in when you were on the Bathroom Moments, everything, because you got my attention with this. And now, years later, after overcoming an 18-year addiction, after finding your way in life, living in a small town, going and living large, if you will, on one of the last big adventures before the lockdown, on a cruise where you had a butler and a grand piano in the room or in the suite. You have chosen to give back because you know that there are people out there right now that, I don't know about you guys, but there are lines in every single county, many cities throughout the United States, throughout the world, but throughout the United States, that people are in their cars and they're going, and it may be the very first time they've ever done this, because they literally are hungry. And we need to figure this out within the buddies. We've let them know if that gets to that point that we want to know. So any of our new buddies, if you're at that point, we want to know. However, there are so many people, and you have chosen to do this. And I find this so beautiful and amazing that if there are any that feel inspired to do the same thing, I will have them on the show too. Let's have this go viral like the farm girl little thing, because she does live on a farm, guys. She does. And so again, what are you doing? That you go to the page on Facebook.
Yes, just go to the page if you want to enter someone that you know that needs the help, that's struggling. Just go to my page, The Mandyisms by Mandi Kikta. Like and follow the page. I'm going to drop the link to the one live, because there's a whole bunch of them on there. I've been coming every morning. I've been talking for a little over a year now, but there's one in particular. That's where you will nominate. Share it onto your page and tag 5 people 5 of your friends. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And then sit back and wait.
And you are going to go live and announce who it is. Do they have to be listening while you are live to win?
No, they don't have to be listening, mainly because it's going to be at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I have people that follow me from California, and
that's California girl.
Yeah, that's a big difference in time.
And you're in the Central time zone, correct?
Eastern.
you're in Eastern. That's right, Eastern. So yeah, 3 hours difference. Okay, welcome everybody that's showing up right now. Again, I just want to keep saying welcome to everybody on the page. Now, the where are you going from here? Your story is so impactful. I mean, it when was it that you went live with Lauren the very first time? It was over a year ago.
It was probably, I couldn't tell you exactly, but it's been a while. Yes. Yeah.
Because I remember it, and here it was a morning, and yes, he goes live early in the morning, guys. It was early in the morning. I'm watching it, and the story remained with me this whole time. What is it that you want to do? You've joined Toastmasters. You've got your show on Facebook, or your little Mandi-isms. I think that's so cute. Mandi-isms by Mandi Kikta. Yeah, the best name. It's something that is very unique and people will remember. So, what is it that you want to see going forward? How do you want to take your message out there?
Just to show, and by example, that it can be done. Of course, a lot of us people that get on these are thinking, I want to be a speaker and stand on stage. Well, yeah, I want to stand on stage and tell people that it is possible. Life after dope is possible, and a good life. All right, one that you live to the fullest is possible. Because the one thing that I learned, one big thing that really hit home on when I was on the cruise for the 11 days, I was practicing on the Toastmasters speech, international speech, and I'd be like, hey, will you listen to my speech? And everybody that I talked to either had suffered from addiction, was currently in addiction, alcoholism, had a family member, had a close friend. It's something that touches everybody's life in one way or another. Everybody's.
Right.
So there's hope. I want to show that and share the fact that there is hope.
So you have these these cute little on your page. I picked just a couple of them that I thought were just kind of really cute and fun, and you don't have to be carrying that baggage around with you anymore, do you? And then in control. I love this. It's like, okay, all the different things, and what, tell us what you think about these two. I would love to hear your take on it, because these are your Mandi-isms. You talk about different things, so like you're now talking to all of us. Like, if you were to share for a few moments one of your Mandi-isms, what would you be sharing with them right this minute? I'm going to actually take these down and give you more of a full stage right here.
We make 35,000 decisions a day. I looked that up. I Googled it. 35,000 decisions. I think I figured it out. It's like 2.6, every 2.6 seconds you make a decision all day long. And that was in a 24-hour period when I calculated that. So you have to decide. It's your sole responsibility, your job, your purpose to decide how you're going to react to things, because you can't necessarily control what happens. The only thing you can control is how you react to it. And 35,000 decisions that you make every day. When you wake up in the morning, from the moment that you open your eyes, you decide, am I going to get out of bed? Am I going to stay in bed? Am I going to hit that snooze button, or am I going to get up? Am I going to take the dog out, or am I going to let it pee on the floor? Am I going to be mad that that cashier was hateful to me, or am I going to share love with them? It's everything is decisions. And how do you really think about, how do you want to make your decisions on the day? Do you want to make your decisions to help you, or do you want to make the decisions to go against you? It's your decision. It's your choice.
I love that. And welcome, Rachel. Welcome, Amanda. Lori, and Mary, and they're all saying things, and they're all, they're sharing that Mandyisms by Mandi Kikta, and a powerful story. Amen. Anything is possible through prayer and change of mindset. Keep the faith and never give up. Never give up on hope. And Lori is just absolutely loving it, saying awesome. And then Carol's saying humor, hope, heart, and lots of love and hugs. And Helene, she's looking for her purple pen. It's a joke within our group. And then Stephen is saying, utilizing healthy routines, surrounding yourself with positive people, and consistently repeating affirmations will allow a person to overcome obstacles in their life and break through the barriers. I can't see the balance of it. And then Sherry is saying, amazing statement and true. So, all right. As we now start going up to the top of the hour, we've got a little bit more time with us. Now, your speech for the Toastmasters, I didn't know you went to the international competition, or
no, I didn't. I won at the club level. Got my little
yes, congratulations. Congratulations.
But then the pandemic happened, and our district decided to just stop it. And so I still have the speech, and I will go next year.
Yeah. Okay, so since we're not going to ask you to say it now, because you're going to keep that close to your chest, because you're going to be saying it next year. Congratulations. That's a really big deal to be asked to go. That is incredible. So setting the intention. Okay, so this is from your page. Do you set your intentions daily?
Yes, I do. I have 3 I am statements that I say every day. And I get up and I say, I am beautiful, I am kind, and I am thin. Those are my 3 statements. And I struggle all the time. I think, oh, I'm fat. No, I'm not. I'm thin.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
I had to bring this up. Someone pepper me. Oh, I forgot. I'm a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, I just split up. I was engaged, and around Thanksgiving time, me and him, we split up. And so, because I'm a strong, independent woman, I ain't putting up with none of that. So I forget sometimes, I think, and it's been a challenge with the split from him. And my mom, we sat down and we talked about, she sat me down and she says, Mandy, this is a stressful situation. I'm a little worried that you're going to go back to drugs. Okay. And I was like, no, Mom, there's no way. There's no way.
And so, you handle it with humor, because humor actually is so healing. I mean, ain't no sandwich when she's gone. I love that. You guys maybe can't see it here. I'll take this little rolling thing away right now. But yeah, ain't no sandwich when she's gone. Okay, that even makes a lot more sense now, because I was like, oh, these are fun. These are fun. I'm loving it. And let's see. Sherry's saying, mine is, you are kind. Her affirmations: you are kind, you are important, and you are strong. I love it. And more people, if you want to share yours, because we're going to be talking about these also in the closed group on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about affirmations and writing manifesting statements with Kelly Kay. She's coming back. So, and Antoinette, we're grateful that you're with us right now. So with all of this, your heart now, I mean, you are a strong woman. I am seeing the strength in you that is so amazing. And with the fact that so many people right now, May the 3rd, 2020, are struggling with a little bit of amazing. They may have been feeling like, okay, we were doing well, we were, maybe paycheck to paycheck, but we were able to take care of the bills, blah, 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 blah. Now this is what's happening, on and on. Life throws curveballs. What do you want to share with everybody in regards to that? Because I have a feeling, besides the fact, of course, the choices, yes. However, when you're at that very moment in time, and with your mom asking you, were you going to possibly, fall from the wagon, if you will, and you were like, so resolved, no, absolutely not. What was your pivotal moment where, because a lot of people right now are probably in those times where they can turn this into their pivotal moment, because it can sometimes be pain, or maybe not, but I'm wondering what yours was, because your resolve is so incredibly strong.
It's I call myself a dope survivor. You see that I have that hashtag, because I feel like I've hit the point in my recovery that I'm a survivor. In the beginning, I was a recovering addict. I was recovering. I would get up in the mornings. I would fight those demons a lot harder. And I'm not saying that they aren't there now. There's sometimes that I have triggers. Those will never go away. But I don't get up in the morning thinking, crap, I wish I had some drugs. It's not the first thing in my mind anymore. I survived. Sometimes I put it, and the reason I don't consider myself an addict is because I don't have an addict mentality anymore. And I don't know exactly when that moment is where it's switched. I don't know if it's a gradual thing. And it could be again, it's different from everyone. But it's done a shift. And I actually do kind of compare it sometimes to being a cancer survivor, because you are a cancer survivor. Okay. And people don't refer to you as, well, you're a cancer patient forever. No, you're a cancer survivor. I feel it's the same way. I'm a dope survivor. All right.
I love it. I love it. I mean, and everybody here is, Deborah is saying, I can't wait for my son to finally shift. Thank you for sharing, Deborah. And Steven's saying, thank you. It's off to the beach he's going off to the beach with his granddaughter now. You get to go to the beach. How cool is that? Walter Scott Kiesling, you were mentioned today. Mindset shift. Yes. So good to see you here. He's a service hero, and his wife too. They both are. And Mary, Deborah, as she's saying, it's been a wonderful weekend. You having a blessed weekend. And so they're talking to each other and chatting. I actually was thinking, when you were talking about that too, as a survivor, I was thinking, wow, how parallel in many ways, because, and not to say this wrong, but in the community, our doctors let us know we wouldn't be going back to visit with them just to give them a Christmas card and, bring them home baked goodies or anything. We are requested to share our faces with our doctors on a regular basis for the rest of our lives, for a reason. And it's not because they just absolutely adore us, even though they do, but it's because it's an ongoing relationship. Let's put it that way, right? And a positive one. We are putting it out there. Yeah, it's something that, we have to be aware of. We need to have good eating habits. We need to, really be thinking in terms of healthy habits. And when you were talking, I was like, oh, wow. I don't know that I ever made that connection before, And that was another aha moment that you've brought to me. You know, like I remember you the very first time you were on Bathrobe Moments. And now, again, thank you, Lauren Harris, for nominating this amazing, wonderful Mandi Kikta. That you, again, beyond, of course, the obvious of what you're doing this week, but this is much bigger than that. Your inspirational story and the way you look at life really is truly service hero attitude, inspiring words, thoughts, heart, soul, all of the above. I hope everybody is taking it in, because we all know people one way or another that are struggling, and 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 they may not be at the survivor stage yet today. What would you say, as we start to close this up, what would you say to them, for these people? Because they're, I'm thinking you, of course, are doing the giveaway, and there's a reason for that. However, the giveaway that you can also give is even bigger than money, and that is, how can we touch those people that might today need something, and so that they don't end up going backwards, they don't end up doing something that would possibly change their life, their future? What would you share?
Oh, make sure to reach out. Just make sure. If you're feeling those feelings, trust me, somebody else has felt those feelings or are currently feeling those feelings too. And you can reach out to someone, because I didn't do it by myself. I did not do this by myself. I had my grandfather, my mom, my daughter, my stepfather, anyone else. And I replaced all the people that were not good for me with people that are good for me. And you can find, you will find the person that, I'm only a message away. You can message me on the Mandyisms. And there's so many, do you know how many billions of people are on this world? How many millions of people are just in the state of Florida? And sometimes personalities don't go along, but sometimes personalities do. I personally am not very good at, I'm not very good at saying very right words or kind, or not kind words. I'm more of to make fun of things.
Right.
And
you use humor. Well, that's what I loved about your stuff. Yes, humor. Yeah.
I'm more of the to get up, get out, do things like that. This is where my grandfather, he turned from a coach to teaching me fishing when I was a child, and turned to a mentor when I came home, because he lived in the house too. My grandpa never said, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that. No, my grandpa was dragging me out of bed when I was depressed and wouldn't get up, and let's go plant this garden. He never said things, but he said it with his feelings, to go do something. That's how he supported me.
So let's see here. I want to just catch up a bit, and then we're going to let you help finish us out here. But let's see. They're excited about someone getting to go to the beach. I don't know about you guys, but I'm in Southern California, and it just depends on what zip code you're in. If they're going to, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, we don't have as many beach privileges in our neck of the woods, Stephen Smith. So enjoy. Skip is saying, thanks, Mandi. Recovery is possible. You recovered your true self and know your power. You rock, and rock is in capital words. And Walter Scott Kisling is saying, none of us do. And then they're all talking about hashtag humor Mandi. I love it. Carol, that's good. And Carol is saying feelings equal gratefulness. And Deborah is saying sometimes we teach through bringing them action. True. Absolutely. All of the very, very wise words. So I'm going to give you just a I'm going to take myself down from the line. I'm going to let you again say what they need to do, a soundbite, if you will, for Mandyisms, what you're starting tomorrow. And so that those that came in, even if it's right this minute, they know that they can be involved with this, and then we'll close out the show.
Okay, so I am going to give away my stimulus check. I'm going to give 5 people $100 each. I will do that Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 7 a.m. in the morning. On Wednesday, it will be 8 a.m. Saturday, I will be giving $500 away to one person. So that's 6 people, a total of $1,000. The way that you can enter to be eligible for is first, go to my page, The Mandyisms by Mandi Kikta, and like and follow the page. 2, the video that I'm going to put in the comments, you share that onto your own page and tag 5 people. That's the second thing. The third thing is in the comments of that live, nominate someone that you know that can use the help, someone that you know that may not have food tomorrow. They don't know how they're going to pay their electric bill, right? Someone that is struggling. The pandemic has affected them. So, and you can also possibly nominate yourself. Those are the 3 things. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. So today, as we close May 3rd, 2020, the Service Hero Show, 365 Days of Awesome, celebrate success through service. Mandi Kikta, you truly are a service hero. Lauren Harris, you let me know you nominated this amazing woman, and I completely concur with you. And I know that those that have been involved with watching this live have totally 100% agreed. You are someone that inspires. Your life has showed up and you lived it and you've learned, and now you're out sharing your lessons, your love, your authentic self with others, from Toastmasters, the stage, from Facebook, social media, and who knows where else, because this message of yours, your service hero attitude, needs to continue and shine. And I have a feeling that because of today, there will be dominoes that will fall and others will also be served. You never know exactly whose life you touched today with service. So I want to say thank you very much for that. Thank you. And it's going to be exciting to see who wins the next 6 names that will be shared. In fact, she did say again that you do not have to be present to be a winner. You just need to do the formula. So if you're interested, go ahead and share this out. Let's get people to love this woman because she's giving the love to everyone else. Let's give the love back to her. Tonight in the Chemo Buddies for Life, in the closed group, tonight is game night, and we are playing Wheel of Fortune. Christopher Kaysen and Brooke Curran have figured out how we're going to do it virtually and in the group. I'm excited. It's going to be fun. So if you haven't joined us in the closed group yet, come and join us. Yes, it's a support group helping people with cancer, but like we determined, just about everybody's been touched. And if you are feeling isolated and alone because of what's happening right now with the pandemic crisis and coronavirus, come and join us also. No one is going to feel alone on our watch. We have too much fun. Humor, hope, heart, hugs, and a lot of love is what we share. So come over, Chemo Buddies for Life, and go into the closed groups. Go to the community, join. See you at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. Thank you, Mandi, for being here today. It was fun.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, bye, everyone.